Hello, friends. Welcome to the Career Guru Podcast. I am your host, Steve Yanovsky. What a glorious day it is to start your path on a new career. Doors are opening here at the Boston Career Institute even as we speak. And I'm here holding the key for you. So tune in, stay sharp, and enjoy yourself. This is going to be great. Hashtag Let's Career Up. Greetings, my dear friends. Aspiring career gurus, actual career gurus, certified career gurus, soon to be so worldly and incredibly successful career gurus. It is I, your career guru, Steve Yanovsky, coming to you across the magical waves of the internet yet again, inaugurating our new series in this new year in positive thinking and positive attitude. I thought the time has come for us to talk about what positive attitude actually is and deal with it. Because positive attitude is something that we can actually work on, something we can develop. We talked a little bit about this, that sometimes people are just born with it, but like anything else in life, people who are born with something don't necessarily appreciate it and let it fall by the wayside. But it is the people who actually have to work for something, like positive attitude, actually get to enjoy it and enjoy the benefits of positive attitude even more so than those of us who own positive attitude. And those of us who do not have it built in as a feature of our hardware or software that was installed in us through genetics or parental upbringing about positive attitude, this is something that we can, harness and develop and learn to live with it and develop ownership of positive attitude that way. So, what exactly is positive attitude? In psychology, the word attitude actually is described as a set of emotions and beliefs, and of course, behaviors towards specific entity. It could be a person, place, or thing, but that's what it is. It could even be an object. It's essentially how a person evaluates something or someone. Think about that. Attitudes, incredible stuff. They're shaped by our life's experiences, our education, our upbringing, and various other social influence. In scientific terms in psychology, attitudes are made up of three components. They, like everything else, whether you're doing CPR or something else, they like to boil things down to the ABCs. Okay? And it comes that way for attitude. So the ABCs of attitude are affective, AFFECTIVE, not effective, but affective. B for behavioral, and C for cognitive. I will explain this as I go along. Okay, so affective is how a person feels about something, how he emotes or she emotes about something, someone. Okay, so this is on the level of feelings. Behavioral is how a person's behavior is influenced by their actual attitude. And cognitive, obviously, talks about the thinking process. So attitudes are evaluative responses that can be positive or negative. A negative attitude doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. Of course, everything in life is, it's all how you look at it. Attitudes influence the way we behave in various situations. Thinking about all these things that actually shape the attitude. And again, when we communicate this way in this forum, I always call upon you to actually examine everything that you do and everything that you feel, and try to put it through a prism of positivity, including even the negative attitudes. There's plenty to be learned from your own personal negativity, and turn it upside down to make sure that even the negative emotions are changed into a positive outlook. Remember the time we talked about saying something nice about a person, even though they don't necessarily deserve it? The old adage, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. No, my point is, when you don't have anything nice to say something nice anyway. And here, If you detect that particular urge to be negative in your attitude and your perception, you need to turn it upside down and make it a positive experience. This is my general theme in life and career growth. Now, what is it about negative thoughts that makes us less effective? This time with an E, in our career growth, because it's all about developing your career. What is it about negativity? Well, negativity brings with itself a release of certain hormones. One in particular called cortisol, which is a stress hormone, which is something that we can't really function well with. It puts us in a fight or flight mode, and this is no way to do business, not at work. Okay, this is not what we're trying to accomplish. Negative attitude puts us into a tailspin with our team. People react very poorly to negativity, even when it's well deserved. Okay. But even something negative can be made into positive. Just like something positive can always be made something into negative. We talked about that when we were talking about insults in the workplace. Remember that one? That was fun. But positive attitude towards your coworkers can significantly improve your personal well-being and dynamics by improving your communications and collaboration, and make a supportive environment for me. And all of that is part of the positive attitude, your positive outlook on the person, place, or thing. All of that comes in handy. All of that is something that makes you accomplish a lot more by developing this positive attitude and getting rid of the internal influences that have a destructive effect on your body, like cortisol. Obviously, if it's built in, it's needed. But like I mentioned before, if you're trying to get away from a speeding bus that's going to, while crossing the street, that's one thing. Adrenaline and cortisol, these are important things to help you get through the stressful situation when your physical life and well-being are at stake. But as for everything else, it's counterproductive. And on top of everything else, it makes you gain and retain weight. Just something for you to consider, something for you to look up. While positive attitude generates all sorts of other things that you can do. So the attitude is something that you can control. It is something that you can develop, and it's an ongoing process of positivity. Positive individuals and people with a positive attitude are more likely to be active listeners. They're also more likely to share ideas more openly. And this type of sharing leads to workplace harmony. Workplace harmony develops cross functionality amongst the team members that aim to help one another and help you to achieve your goals, which in turn is their goals. The positivity is intoxicating in a good sense of the word intoxicating. It is something that brings people together. It is something that drives away negativity, and that includes negative people who simply can't exist in this environment. A negative person with a negative attitude feeds off of the negativity of other people. And that it's almost like a spiritual vampire, if you can identify. They suck and drain you of all energy and all creative ideas, puts you in this sheltered environment where neither you nor no one around you or anyone around you can do anything productive. This openness and positivity will ultimately lead you to positive or even enhanced problem solving abilities. So, this is something for you to consider when you are thinking about positive attitude. So, how is it that we work on developing positive attitudes? And of course, I just want to, since we're talking a little bit about, cortisol and stress hormones and so on and so forth, one thing to consider that positivity actually does provide all sorts of healthful benefits, which is something that I'd like to talk in our next segment. In today's environment, positive attitude, something that you work on, something that and again, once you make a determination that positive attitude is something that you wish to own, it begins with reflecting back on what it is that you have done to this point. Again, detecting this trace of negativity within you, I said, geez, that was really negative. Just picturing that dark cloud of negativity hovering over you, and it it blocks out the sunlight, dark clouds, and they lead to rain. It's never comfortable. And this is something you need to acknowledge within yourself. Am I thinking in positive terms? Reflect on your language. What was it that you said today, where everything is recorded or you are recording? It's easy to see what it is that you have said and how you could have said it better. So in this case, examine the language that you are using. Is it slanting towards negativism? Is it slanted towards saying not good things, but rather bad things? It is an effort that one needs to engage in to truly look um, at the language that we use. And it starts there. Once you examine it, and then you learn to say it differently. One point to ponder when you consider what negativity is the presence of the word no or similar words, not, can't, won't. All of these things are the result of your own internal difficulty that you have about turning the world into a positive, your personal world into a positive environment that leads to all the good things. So examine your own speech and then effort, make an effort not to use such terminology, especially when it pertains to dealing with other human beings. No one likes to hear this kind of language. As soon as you throw that at a person next to you, they're going to give you exactly that and possibly more. And no one is interested in that. At that point in time, you have run into a brick wall, total resistance to what you're trying to accomplish. If you say yes, or I can, or I will, that is going to right away provide positive predisposition with the person who is working with you or is trying to make contact with you. Do not put up that wall. Always find a way to say yes, even if you mean no. Okay. I know it's kind of strange, but again, as these episodes go, we're going to put it all together. And with that in mind, by opening the doors through positivity and examining your language, you're going to develop this feeling of ownership of positivity. You will find that having a persistent approach to this development, you will actually achieve this. Persistence and positivity will lead you to personal success. Okay. So, with that in mind, I'm going to leave you with a positive thought that positive attitude boosts your personal health and well being. And that's going to provide a segue to our next episode, which is going to come out shortly about the healthful benefits of the powers of positive thinking and positive attitudes. Well, hopefully you found this helpful. And then I'm looking forward to doing our next episodes on the health benefits of positive thinking, which is going to come out shortly. With that in mind, I want to wish you a happy and a healthy new year. We're in our new year mode. And I'm looking forward to meeting you and hearing back from you. Please, please, please be more responsive on the emails. And I'm looking forward to getting a lot more of your feedback. This is key. Try to keep it positive. This is what we're trying to accomplish. So use positive language, even if you're facing something negative. Be positive. All right. And with that, I bid you farewell. I'm looking forward to our next encounter, and God bless.
Well, friends and aspiring career gurus, this was fun. Thank you for tuning in. I feel enlightened, I feel empowered, and I'm feeling grateful that we spend time with you. For more information about Boston Career Institute, please visit our website, bostoncareer.org. Boston Career Institute has 3 campuses located in Brookline, Massachusetts, Malden, Massachusetts, and Lowell, Massachusetts. Call our toll-free number, 888-383-6058. For questions, comments, and/or information about our podcast, email me at thecareerguru@bostoncareer.org. The Career Guru podcast is available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, our website, bostoncareer.org, or wherever you stream your podcast. Subscribe, stream, rate, and review our shows. Your rating and reviews help our show reach new audiences. Produced by PodPro Entertainment, The Career Guru lives within a network of podcasts located at podproentertainment.com. # The New Radio. Looking forward to seeing you soon. All the best to you. My name is Steve Yanovsky. I am the Career Guru. May God bless you. # Let's Career Up.